Meditation to me is like vaccination. It prevents diseases from coming. What sort of diseases though? The modern day problem, loneliness, anxiety, depression, frustration. It's not that they were not there before. They were there then too, but they were easy to handle. These days it's very difficult. I have said again and again that meditation is the key. It helps us master our mind. Let me put it very briefly. When can you be happy? When you are restless and walking around with speed, with aggression. Can you be happy with such a restless state? So what is required? Peacefulness within. Happiness demands that you are at peace. If you are not at peace, happiness will elude us. So, in order to arrive at peace, you'll have to have a contemplative mind and harmony within. And how can you arrive at contemplative mind unless you have a focused mind? And how can you arrive at focused mind? By training the mind through meditation. Now you can join the dots. Fundamentally, meditation dissolves any sort of stress. And stress is the single most cause of releasing cortisol hormone into our bloodstream. And it is this blood level increase in cortisol that increases all the inflammatory processes. And because of his increased inflammatory processes, you become vulnerable, to various kinds of diseases, not just becoming vulnerable to viruses and bacteria, but it promotes also asthma. It also it opens many chances of having, for example, high blood pressure, heart attacks, and mentally, stress leads to anxiety, anxiety leads to loneliness, loneliness to depression, and the whole chain reaction. So to me, a mental health where you can be distressed and you can remain in a joyful, cheerful situation, then certain beneficiary neurotransmitters that mind enjoys, then your blood flow is better, your defense system, especially immunity, also improves quite a lot. And I'm not saying because I'm promoting spirituality, meditation, but it's scientifically proven as well that meditation does change our stress level and decreases cortisol and increases many beneficiary neurotransmitters. So, yes, it does help. Well, if you see the background behind depression, anxiety, and the ultimate step of taking the matter in your own hands and call it quit and end your life with suicide. This is the culmination where you have lost all your hopes, where there are no hopes left anymore to hinge upon your future. That's when you commit. Now, what is it that keeps us going? Hope, aspirations, and when they are thriving in our hearts, you will work towards it. The moment you lose hope, you become anxious and you get into a trap of depression. So, to me, best would be to vaccinate your emotional and mental well-being in such a way that you don't succumb to anxiety and depression that can precipitate into final schizophrenia or suicide. Prevention to me is the best medicine. Once you get into a state of depression, which can escalate to a next level, and a person who has already decided that I am going to commit suicide, it's very difficult to change their minds Once a person gets into depression, it's also quite challenging. Best is to prevent it from happening. And I am a advocate, promoter of prevention of such mental states. To me, this can easily be achieved through meditations. If you have that problem of getting easily into anxious mode, once again, yogic meditations can help us. You see. But you don't have to go out shopping around who is better, because there is no end to it. Moment you say there is a price tag on meditation, run away from it. Because they are there, they have started their yoga shops. Yoga has become udyoga. In Hindi, it rhymes very well. Yoga, udyog. Yoga can never become udyoga. See, yoga can never become a business. Because yoga ultimately is all about your merging with the ultimate. We call Brahma Vidya. And you cannot put a price tag on such things. And Brahma Vidya is the only thing that can not only help improve our physical health, it can help our mental health and spiritual well-being. So our goal is much higher, not just getting out of depression, or not just getting out of anxiety, or not only preventing the suicidal tendencies, but go above all these things and tap into some higher dimensions. So I highly advocate everyone to meditate, and remember my caution: if there is a price tag over it, run away from such gurus.